Hello everybody, this is Yoshi here, and today, let's talk about Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. More specifically, let's talk about why I won't be doing an LP of it on my channel. So I'm sure you're all probably thinking, oh great, we're about to get a repeat of the Super Mario Kart and F-Zero video on why he's not doing an LP of the original game. And to that I say, nope. Unlike Super Mario Kart and F-Zero, where I felt those games were not really worth playing anymore compared to its sequels, the original Star Fox, in my opinion, is still worth playing today. I mean, yes, the graphics are for sure out of date, I don't think anyone's going to debate that, but the gameplay itself is still pretty good. It even has some unique ideas that aren't in the sequels, such as flying into enemy ships to take them down. Wish that appearance on the sequels. Pretty cool stuff. However, even with all that being said, here's the thing about the original Star Fox. It's so similar to the third game in the series, Star Fox 64, that's really not worth showing off both. They're more or less the same stories, and Star Fox 64 is a retelling of the original. Both start off with the level Corneria, and one of the bosses in 64 is a remake of the first boss in the Super Nintendo game. Even if it wasn't for all the similarities, there's also one other issue with me LPing the original Star Fox, and it's that there's not a lot for me to talk about. What you see is what you get. You fly on the rails, you shoot enemies, and you fight bosses. There's no all-range mode, no Star Wolf, no fun voice acting. You see what I mean? There's just not enough for me to talk about, and I'm sure you'd all get bored by part 2 or sooner. So yes, the original Star Fox is a good game, and I would love to do it for the channel, but the simple truth of reality is, I don't think there's enough for me to talk about with this game. You know, it's a simple game, there's not a lot to say. It'd be like if I tried to LP, say, Pac-Man, for example. Like, what do I say about that? You already know how it works, what's the point? Do you really want to watch me play Pac-Man? I hope not, because I suck at Pac-Man. It's a good game, yes, and one I do recommend checking out, but not one I have a lot to say about, unfortunately. Speaking of games I don't have a lot to say about, let's make this a double feature and also cover Star Fox 2 on Super Nintendo, the unreleased sequel that was canceled because it seemed too outdated by 1996, even though it was finished and ready, and then it was later re-released officially on Super Nintendo Classic and on Nintendo Switch Online. Man, this game has a weird history, doesn't it? Anyways, Star Fox 2. It's a strategy game. And that's all I need to say. I suck at strategy games, so I'm not LPing it. There. Done. Nothing else to... Alright, I'll go into more detail. So the game takes place on this map screen where the objective is to defend Corneria from the evil villain of the series, Andross. He has bases that shoot missiles towards Corneria, so you have to take out the bases and missiles. Corneria itself can take some damage, but if it reaches 100%, you lose. Sound complicated so far? Well, before we talk more about the gameplay, I do have one positive I want to point out about Star Fox 2. You can actually pick whichever pilot you want to use, as well as your teammate. That's pretty cool. There's the 4 members of Star Fox we all know, Fox McCloud, Falco Lombardi, Peppy Hare, and Slippy Toad, but we also have some newcomers that we'll never see ever again, Faye and Miyu. I don't know anything about them, so apologies. So once you decide on your pilots, you go to the map where you can choose what to engage in any order you like. As I already mentioned though, don't let Corneria hit 100% damage or it's game over. Unlike the original Star Fox, which was always on the rails, this game has all range mode where you can fly around everywhere. It also introduces Star Wolf, who we'll be seeing more of in Star Fox 64, as well as an interesting walker mode for when you're in enemy corridors. This all sounds like fun, right? Well, not for me, I'm afraid. You see, here's the thing. The missiles that are being launched towards Corneria, those don't stop. At all. Even when you're in a level destroying some of the missiles or taking out enemies, it doesn't stop. It slows down, yes, but that means you gotta clear out this stuff fast or you'll get a game over. This is where the strategy part comes in. Gotta figure out what to take out and when to do it. And not only do I suck at strategy games, but I don't particularly find them fun either. You wanna know what my strategy is? If it moves, blow it up. I certainly wouldn't call Star Fox 2 a bad game per se, but I would call it very different from the original, which I imagine polarizes some folks from playing it. It's a game that I recommend at least giving a try and seeing if it's for you. For me though, it's just too different and I can't get a feel for it, so I'll be skipping Star Fox 2 entirely. So I apologize if y'all wanted to see a Star Fox 1 or 2 LP on this channel. But like I mentioned before, Star Fox 1 is just a little bit too simple for me. There's not a lot to talk about, there's not a lot to show. And there's 3 different courses as well, so again, you'd probably get bored really quickly. Lord knows I'd probably get bored of talking over it. And Star Fox 2, it's a strategy game, and I suck at them, so go figure I'm not LPing Star Fox 2. Instead, I want to move on to the most popular of the Star Fox series and one of my favorite games of all time. So next time, ladies and gentlemen, let's play Star Fox 64. I'll see y'all then. Later.